4 years off the dope,
How's it
August
going, friends and neighbors?
21st, 2023.
So yesterday was the 21st of August, and that for me is 4 years to that date. Well, it's the 22nd now, so 4 years and a day of no dope, no heroin, no fentanyl, no cocaine, no booze, no all the other craziness that goes along with it. I've said this many a time, no lying, stealing, cheating, omitting the truth, spending money that I could be, using to enrich my family and take care of my children. All that has ceased. It took a little while, but, I'm feeling a little more back to, well, I guess whatever normal is, I don't really know. I started getting high and using drugs at age 11, drinking, smoking weed, smoking Newports, things like that. And then, that progressed, in my teens and my early to mid 20s, it didn't really seem to be that large of a problem. I was getting in trouble and stuff, so it was a problem, but I was still enjoying the drug abuse and the alcoholism, and over years it became a chore rather than a joy. It was very detrimental to my life. I was way out of shape. I'm still not 100% in shape, but I'm getting there, I'm down from 285, 290, down to 233, 236, somewhere in there, exercising every day, really relating to my children in a different way than I have in the past, whereas I used to just preach at them what they should and shouldn't do, and now I'm living more through example rather than just telling people what to do or what they should and shouldn't do. I'm actually doing it. I tend to focus on things like right now I'm focusing on exercise and trying to get my mental and my physical and my spiritual together, and that seems to be coming along pretty well. I still eat a little junk food here and there, but I try not to, and I just feel great. I feel great comparatively speaking to 4 years ago this day, especially since it's the 22nd now, so it was the day after. Well, I guess I stopped. The last time I did dope was on the 19th of August, 2019. And, it took some time. I did Suboxone at first, whatever you got to do to get off of it, to make the freaking nightmare stop for a little while so your mind can get right. I stopped taking that after about a year and a half. And, I feel way better. My life is out of the shitter for sure. The way I relate with people is way better. I'm not perfect. I still falter and make some mistakes. I still have some difficulties dealing with the general public sometimes. It's just me being impatient usually, and judging others. But yeah, 4 years as of the 21st of August 2023. 4 years straight. And, I have no plans on changing that. When I'm home alone now, like if my kids are here, my girlfriend's out, it doesn't seem like the end of the world. I'm okay sitting in silence with myself. I go on these hikes a lot, and now, I barely bring my speaker with me because it just gives me some time for contemplation and self-improvement. And it just even helps me just think about what's going on for that day, or what my next goal might be, and how I can help, myself, which ultimately helps those around me. I keep my circle small because, I when I first got clean, I was still staying in touch with people I shouldn't be staying in touch with, right? Because I'm like, oh, well, they're my friends. Well, at one point, sure, but then, it became about drugs and drug dealing and hustling and all this BS. And, I'm like, well, I just got to make sure they're okay. Like, they ain't calling me, unless it's like, hey, I got this, or, and so I had to cut a lot of people out of my life. Not just druggies, but, people that drink to excess and people that just, I mean, I don't have to go into it. It's just when people aren't on the same level as you, and I don't mean better or worse or anything like that, just doing the same type of stuff that you're doing, especially if it has to do with recovery or staying away from hard drugs and alcohol and that whole lifestyle. I had to change everything, and a lot of that, it was me. I had to change me. I can't control what other people do. My relationships are way better. My working relationships with my clients seem to be better. My relationship with my girlfriend's better. My relationship with my kids is definitely better. And the small things don't baffle me like they used to. I mean, we all go through issues and problems, and health and financial, and just all kinds of stuff. And I'm better equipped to deal with these things now, whereas before, it would send me through a tailspin, and then, of course that hypes me up, and then I'm like, well, I gotta go for a ride, which means that I had to go get drugs, in order to deal with any little situation or large situation, but usually it was a small one that would send me over the edge, and I don't have to do that today. Recovery is possible. I know. Yeah, it's possible. And to recover your mind and your physical, helps you recover the spiritual. And I just feel really good now. And I stay in contact with people from my past who are doing the same positive stuff. Exercising, staying away from drugs and alcohol. Eating right. Running their own businesses, working, staying on top of their bills and their responsibilities. I'm not making the same mistakes as I always was through my whole life. I'm not in and out of the court system, and not selling drugs. I'm not doing drugs. I'm not hustling people. I'm not. It's a big change. It's a 180-degree change, and I'm here for it. All right, everybody, have a great day. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm nobody. I'm nothing special. I just had to put it down for a little while. And as I kept putting 24s in a row together, stringing them together, I started feeling better. My mind started working better. My body started feeling better, started working better, And then I've taken steps to get that on track as well. So, if you need a word of advice, give yourself a chance. If you're alive, you can change it. This fentanyl, and now with this trank and all this stuff, I mean, it's not getting any safer out there. It's getting more and more dangerous. And I'd like to see more people get mentally healthy, and take care of the physical and the spiritual, hopefully, and your family and your all that. I just It's a hard one. It really is a hard one, and a lot of it is, you have to do it by yourself, because only you know what's going on in here, And I'm rambling a bit, but yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know, I know, I don't really go off about it that much, but this is why I'm where I am now, because I was able to put down the opioids, I was able to put down the cocaine, the alcohol, and everything else that went along with that lifestyle, And again, if I can do it, you can do it, And if anybody needs any help, reach out. You know what I mean? I'll do what I can, But most of the work's on you. But that's all right. Sometimes it's okay to have someone, a sympathetic ear to listen to your situation, especially, if you actually really want to change. That's the hard part. It really is a hard part, and that crutch of the drugs and the alcohol and all that, it's a hard one to release. That self-victimization is real, and it's a hard thing to get rid of, to let go of, because it's easier to live to wallow in that misery and that anger and the hurt and the pain and that self-victimization. That's another drug that you got to get rid of, and once you get rid of the actual drugs and alcohol, you can work on that stuff and improve. All right, everybody, have a great day. Peace. Love you.